That was nice, wasn't it? Good evening. And happy Saturday. Missed you folks last week, but I was busy. Yeah, played for, geez, I don't know how many years in a row it's been. I think this has been 5, maybe 6 years in a row. I've been doing a charity um, golf outing for a local charity that provides services to people who are suffering from cancer. And I always DJ the after party, and they have a dinner and they have a raffle and they collect money for this charity, and it's always a lot of fun. And I play music for them, so it's a lot of fun. And that's where I was last week. Then afterwards, I was exhausted. Came home, watched the end of the Ohio State game. Trying to remember who they were playing. I don't care. But this week's a bye week. Anyway, it's been a crazy week. How you doing? My name's Bill. You're watching Bill's Box of Sound. It's great to see you all here on this Saturday night. We do this just about every Saturday night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, and wherever you are in the world. That's what's going on. All right, let's get this thing going on. We can't start without the ceremonial drink, the Diet Cola. Yes, indeed, boys and girls. Oh, yeah. Pour it in here. Move the microphone in close. Get that ASMR going. Oh, love it. Yep. My favorite soft drink in the world. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. All right, so let's put the can away. And let's put this away. Move the microphone to its more proper place. Bring this back up. And I say hello to all of you. Okay, we got 13 folks in the chat room. Hopefully we'll get more. Come on, come on, come on. This is where we talk about music. We talk about records, CDs, and stuff like that. All sorts of fun stuff. And man, have I got a lot to talk about tonight. Oh, we got John Fradley in the room. Hello, John. Good to see you. Kevin, what's up? Good to see you, my friend. Let's see. Happy Badia Day tomorrow. Okay. Badia Day. Ba 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 ba. Maskinada. Da 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 da. Is that it? Maybe. I don't know. Have anything to do with Sergio Mendes and Brazil 66? I don't know. Okay, Ray Kokab, good to see you, my friend. I love seeing old friends in the chat room. That's very, very cool. Barry, hello. Good to see ya. Mothra. Peace and greetings, says Mothra. Very nice. Crawled out of your crocus to log onto the internet and watch the Box of Sound. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so... News is everywhere. Let's start with the old news. We had the passing of Rick Davies from Supertramp. And I've got the 3 big albums, Even in the Quietest Moments, Breakfast in America. This is a Canadian half-speed master, by the way, on Virgin Vinyl. And I've got the original Mobile Fidelity Crime of the Century. I do have a 12-inch of Cannonball, which was after Richard Hodgson left the group. So this is all Rick Davies, all the time here. And no, it's not Rick Davis, because I know that Ray Davis from the Kinks, everybody pronounces his name Ray Davies, and it's not that. It's Ray Davis. But Rick Davies from Supertramp was definitely pronounced Rick Davies. So sad to hear of his passing. uh, and well, we talked about Mark Volman last time that we were here. Bobby Hart of the songwriting and performing team of um, Tommy Boyce. Wait, yep, yeah. Tommy Boyce and Bobby Hart, or Bobby Hart and Tommy Boyce, passed away. Long career of songwriting. Wrote a lot of songs for the Monkees and a lot of other groups, and they had a great hit with the song "I Wonder What She's Doing Tonight." Love that song. Lonnie, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Oh, Dancing in September. Ba-dee-ya, da 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 da. Okay, yeah. Ray got it. Ray's up on this. He knows what's happening. Anyway, um, also found out a not. I didn't have a chance to do any research on this, but I know the name Bob Alcivar. He was an arranger, vocal arranger, um, orchestral person. He did some stuff on some Ronnie Montrose records, as well as a lot of old Wrecking Crew hits and stuff like that. So that's cool. Oh, Sonny Curtis of the Crickets passed away today. Oh, sorry to hear that. Okay. Sorry, but I don't have any Crickets albums. I do have Buddy Holly, though. Anyway, um, there is a piece of news that happened just before we came on here. Let's see if I can bring it up on the screen here. Ba-bum. Here we go. Yes, some bad news about, no, not that, about, come on. Let's just take this away. Let's see, remove that. Remove that. Still trying to get this working, folks. Okay. And remove that. There we go. All right. There's some bad news about the band from Utopia that plays Zappa music. And that band consists of Ray White on guitars and vocals, Chad Wackerman on drums, Scott Tunis on bass, Jamie Kime on guitar, Nick Chagrin on keyboards and vocals, and Robbie Mangiano on guitar. Okay. Their tour has been postponed, and this is a European tour, so it does not affect anybody in the States, but I know that there are plenty of Europeans that watch the show. Anyway, that tour has been postponed because of all sorts of bad things happening. Nobody in the band has passed away, but originally Bobby Martin, ex of Frank Zappa's band, was supposed to play keyboards and sing. He had a health problem. I'm not completely sure. The rumor is that he suffered a stroke. I can't say for sure whether that's it, but really unusual for Bobby Martin to have a health problem because he was always a health fanatic. But he suffered a health problem that is keeping him from performing. So they did bring Nick to play in the band while he is recuperating. And then some really bad news happens. Ray White lost his lovely wife. And our heart goes out to Ray. Sorry to hear about that. So they're postponing the tour. I'm sure that they will be back. So that they'll be going. But on better news, as far as Zappa music is concerned, the Zappa cast, a new episode is in production, and we're hoping to have it up soon. We just got to get it through the powers that be, and it will be in your lovely little hands to go onto the podcast, your podcast dealer of choice, and check out the Zappa cast. And I'm not even going to tell you what it's about, but it's not about a new release. Ha ha ha. Anyway, so that's the good Zappa news that's been happening. Also, I just heard someplace that there's going to be another Zappa release put out. Well, it's going to be announced soon. I don't know what the street date of it is. I don't know what's in it, but I just have a rumor that there's going to be an announcement very soon of another Zappa release between now and the end of the year. But other good Zappa news is that One Size Fits All, the reissue, is now officially in stores. We're talking about the boxed set of 4 CDs and 1 Blu-ray disc with all sorts of extra studio wonderment and live show wonderment as well. That's in your stores now. And let's see. So that's good news. And new records that I got. Today, not today, yesterday, was the release date of the new Nine Inch Nails album, the soundtrack for the new Tron album. Tron Eris. Thumpfinger! Good to see you, man. Let's see. Barry says, how's Joe Travers? Joe's doing pretty good. Yeah. Talked to him just a couple days ago. Joe is going to be on tour for most of October with Mike Keneally. And I'm going to go and see them at the Beachland Tavern. More about that next week. And when I do go to the show, I'm going to try and catch some video and play it on my channel. So there. Anyway, so the new Nine Inch Nails album, Tron Eris. Now, this is the cover that you get when you buy the exclusive version from Amazon. And it's got the white cover instead of the black and red cover. Here's the gatefold of it. And there is a insert inside of the album, which gives you credits and a big old NIN logo. And as it says, this is the soundtrack to the new movie from Disney, Tron Eris. So I don't know if I'm going to see this movie or not, but I love Nine Inch Nails, so I had to get this. Now, it is pressed on beautiful white vinyl. And it was really interesting. If you follow me on Facebook, you might have seen this. There, it said on the shrink wrap of this that the records for this, it's a 2-record set, was pressed in Mexico. Yes. And no, I'm not gonna do that joke. No, I'm not gonna do that joke. There's a joke in there about it being pressed in Mexico. Down in Mexico. In Mexico. Anyway, so got to listen to this. And I like it. Of course, I like all the Nine Inch Nails albums. But on first listen, because I've only had a chance to listen to it once, side 1 and side 4 are fantastic. I just really got deep into them. Sides 2 and 3 did not hit me as significantly, but I will be listening to this again. I'm gonna rip this to digital so I can listen to it in the car and stuff, and also my walks. But yeah, so far so good. If you're used to Nine Inch Nails and you've been listening to them all these years, you will not be disappointed. However, I've got some bones to pick with Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross and all those lovely dudes with Nine Inch Nails. First of all, if you look on YouTube, if you were unable to catch Nine Inch Nails on tour, myself included, because for the time being, with the sole exception recently of the Mike Keneally concert next month in October, I am not going to concerts for a while. It's because I have responsibilities that keep me at home, and I have made that commitment. No live shows almost completely. So that's that. But if you were not able to see Nine Inch Nails on tour, there is a video on YouTube of their complete performance in Cleveland. It's shot in 4K. It's done from an audience point of view, and it is remarkably good. After seeing that, I'm kind of pinching myself for not being able to go, but I'm really glad that I was able to see it. Hopefully the video has not been taken down, but if you want to see the Nine Inch Nails show, write it down in your Funkin' Wagnalls, your notes app on your phone, or get a sticky note and write down Nine Inch Nails live in Cleveland on YouTube, and get yourself a nice cold beverage or a nice hot beverage and check it out, because the performance is fantastic. Anyway, so I have an issue with the song titles on this album. I mean, it's got some really great tunes. The singles, like As Alive as You Need Me to Be, and the ballad of the singles called Who Wants to Live Forever. But now, wait a minute. There's that title, Who Wants to Live Forever? It's not the Queen song. Let's follow this and go through the names of the songs on this album. On side 1, there's a song called Echoes. Yes, there is a song called Echoes. And it doesn't sound anything like Pink Floyd. What the hell's going on here? Let's keep on going. There are more violations of song title theft. Yeah. Let's see. Well, okay. On side B, side 2, there are no titles of songs that have been done by other people. But side 3, Who Wants to Live Forever? That's a Queen song. What's going on here? Then, let's see. Side 4, oh my God. It's crazy. A Question of Trust. Doesn't sound anything like Depeche Mode. Then there's Ghost in the Machine. Doesn't remind me in the least of the Police album of the same name. And then there's Nemesis. Shriekback has nothing to worry about because it doesn't sound like Shriekback. What's the deal with all these classic song titles and new songs written for them? Huh, Trent? Got it answered. I don't know. But all jokes and kidding aside, the new Tron album, the new Nine Inch Nails album, Tron, Eris, soundtrack to the movie, which I don't know if I'm going to go and see it or not. So that's that. What other brand spanking new records have I gotten? Oh, I was waiting to get this one for a while. I think I talked about it. This is the Rhino Reserve reissue of John Coltrane's Giant Steps, one of my favorite albums of all time. Probably it's definitely in the top 10 of jazz albums of all time for me. This is a great record. If you are not a jazz person and you want to get into jazz, listen to this. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. This is wonderful. I bought this album originally. I bought it secondhand from a friend of mine, John Wasoko, back in, I think it was the late 70s. He was getting rid of some of his records, and he sold me a copy of this. And it's like, oh man, love it. Just love it. It's great. So, um, this is a new all analog cut. Cut by, I believe, Matthew Luthans at the Mastering Lab in Salina, Kansas. Pressed on 180 gram vinyl at the Fidelity pressing plant, which is Mobile Fidelity's pressing plant. This new pressing sounds fantastic. It sounds wonderful. Well, my favorite song on Giant Steps, that's a big, big question. I don't know. Every single song is great. Giant Steps. Cousin Mary, to me, sounds almost like the cool down from Giant Steps, since Giant Steps just hits you and just goes at a million miles an hour for the whole 4 minutes and 43 seconds. Then Cousin Mary is kind of like da 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 da. And Countdown is a quick little spasmodic exercise. Spiral, God, that's great too. Well, okay, I'll tell you what. Probably my two most favorite songs on this album are the first two songs on side 2. Saida's Song Flute, liked it instantly the first time I heard it. And then Naima, written for John's first wife. Beautiful, beautiful ballad. Can make you cry if you're in the right mood. My wife loves that song. And then, of course, the album finishes with Mr. PC. It's really hard to find a favorite on this album. It's so damn good. But if you don't already have this album, pick it up. But if you want a good version of this album, this goes for about $30 because of the extra care that went into it. But it sounds fantastic. You can buy it on from Acoustic Sounds on the double 45 for like $60, but this is half the price, and this album just sounds fantastic. I'm glad I waited to get this pressing, so I got that. So there. Flanagan's piano solo on Mr. PC is insane. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, the whole album's fantastic. I love it, love it, love it. And who says, is there a Louie Louie on it too? No, there's not even a hint of the Louie Louie motif. All right. And I believe that that's all the new albums I got. Let's see. Just double checking here. Da 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 da. Now, I think I already talked about this one. I got this. The Mobile Fidelity reissue of Emerson, Lake and Palmer. If you don't have this album and you want it, this is a good version. But you know what? I compared it to my original. Not that big a difference. Now, you can tell. I know, Lonnie. I know about that. I got the joke. I got the joke. But anyway, now since it says Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab on here, and it doesn't say original master recording, this was done from a copy of the original master tape. They don't have access to the original master tape. Sounds really good, but it's not a huge improvement over an old copy I got in the early 70s. So, Mobile Fidelity recently announced that they also are putting out Tarkus on this. But it also says Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab and not Original Master Recording on the top. I'm not going to buy that because I love the copy of Tarkus that I already have. And that's the name of that tune, to quote Robert Blake. All right. So, let's talk about some reissues that are coming out. There is a reissue coming out. It's a 3-record release of this album here, Around the World in a Day by Prince and the Revolution. This is their highly anticipated follow-up to Purple Rain, and one of the first albums from a major record company to be released on CD and vinyl on the same day. The first one was Like a Virgin by Madonna. But anyway, got this. It's going to be re-released in a number of different formats. And I don't have the date of release because I'm not really interested in getting it. I mean, I'm happy I got this. Yeah, this sold 2 million. Yeah, there's a couple of great tunes on it. There's several great tunes on it. But compared with a lot of other Prince albums, it's really not that high on my list. You may love it. So check with your retailer, online or brick and mortar, and see if you want to get it. I also got, this was a record store day find, this 2-record set. One record's at 45, one record is at 33, and it is the His Majesty's Pop Life by Prince, the Purple Mix Club. This was originally put out in Japan. This has remixes of Pop Life, America, Raspberry Beret, Paisley Park, Let's Go Crazy, Little Red Corvette, 1999, I Would Die For You, Erotic City, the long version, and When Doves Cry, the album version. Very interesting. Hard to find, though. But yeah, Around the World in a Day, which I always thought was named after the Three Stooges album, Around the World in a Daze. Okay, next up. This album, 50th anniversary, Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here. So I got a really good copy of this on vinyl. I got a copy of it on CD. I also have the SACD, Super Audio Disc, which was put out by Analog Productions, brand new 5.1 surround mix, which includes a long lost piano solo by Rick Wright, which is not on the original record. So that's going to be cool. But I printed out some notes on this one. Let's see. Okay. Oh, there it is. Yeah. The Super Deluxe boxed set, $250 list price. It's got a Blu-ray with Dolby Atmos mix for the first time by James Guthrie, plus 25 bonus tracks made up of 9 studio rarities and 16 live recordings captured by the renowned bootlegger Mike Millard at Pink Floyd's Los Angeles Sports Arena concert in April 26, 1975, now receiving its first official release. The live audio has been meticulously restored and remastered by Steven Wilson. That's exciting. The Blu-ray also gives fans the chance to see 3 concert screen films from the band's 1975 tour, plus a Storm Thorgerson short film. And it's got the 2025 Atmos mix, the 2011 5.1 surround mix, which is on this. It's also got the 1975 stereo mix in Super Audio CD DSD quality, and it's also got the 1975 quadraphonic mix on it. So, I'm not going to buy the box set, but I am going to buy that Blu-ray, which is separate. Mostly for the restored quadraphonic mix, because I used to have the quadraphonic LP of it, and it got damaged. It was horrible. I was on a long car ride, and I had the record like next to me, and the heater was blowing on the record. When I got to my destination, the record was hopelessly warped. I was pissed off. My quad copy, my original quad copy of Pink Floyd Wish You Were Here. Anyway, so getting your Pink Floyd on. Yeah, baby. Speaking of Pink Floyd, Abigail DeVoe has an incredible video of the history and the contents of Pink Floyd's experimental period. We've got Ummagumma, Atom Heart Mother, Obscured by Clouds, and Metal. Very interesting stuff. It's 3 hours long, so you may have to take a break while watching it, but it's definitely worth the time. Abigail DeVoe, good friend of the Box of Sound. Good to see her doing some fun stuff like that. Alrighty there. Now, a couple albums that I thought would never get this kind of treatment, but they are being released in special super deluxe packages. One is A Secret Wish by Propaganda. These are both ZTT or ZTT or Zang Tung Tum records. The other one is, of course, the notorious Welcome to the Pleasure Dome by Frankie Goes to Hollywood. And by the way, Mothra, I have seen Emerson Lake and Palmer live. I got to see him once, a long time ago. Fantastic. Also saw Emerson Lake and Powell, which was not as wonderful, but still pretty damn good. Anyway, both of these albums are being released as super deluxe boxes. The Propaganda is getting a very big multi-disc boxed set release, and Welcome to the Pleasure Dome is getting a combination vinyl, CD, Blu-ray audio release. But there is a website called SDE, standing for Super Deluxe Edition, and they've got a different edition of these albums. So, I mean, these are both great albums. I love these albums. These are all first presses. I'm not going to rebuy the vinyl of these. But if you missed out the first time, this is your opportunity. But there is a release from the SDE people, Super Deluxe Edition, that is going to be a Blu-ray audio packed full of great stuff. Let's start with the Propaganda album, okay? And both of these albums are time-limited releases available for pre-order for 2 weeks only. That window is now through September 29th. So you got about 8 more days to order it, because after that point, they're going to cut off orders. If you try to order it, you might not get it. I've ordered both of these Blu-ray audios. Let's start with the Secret Wish. It's got a Dolby Atmos 5.1 mix, a stereo mix, a headphones-only binaural mix, which is meant to be listened to on headphones only. If you put on regular stereo headphones, you will have the surround experience. This is old science doing that. A instrumental Dolby Atmos mix, a 5.1 instrumental mix, a stereo instrumental mix, a binaural instrumental mix with headphones only. And it's going to have all those great songs. A Dream Within a Dream, The Murder of Love, Jewel, Duel, P Machinery, Sorry for Laughing, Dr. Mabuse, The Chase, The Last Word, and Strength to Dream. Now, if you're a fan of that album, and if you're as nuts about it as I am, you might know that the vinyl version and the CD version were quite different from one another. I'm trying to get a copy of the cassette to see if the cassette is different. I thought that the US and the UK versions of A Secret Wish were different, but no. However, I do like the sound of the UK pressing much better. Also, for those of you who are deeply into propaganda, I never knew this existed until I found it in a bargain bin for like $2. This is a remix EP called Wishful Thinking, and this is a limited edition import from Zhang Tung Tum, and it's got 5 tracks on it. They are called Disturbances of songs from A Secret Wish. Mabuse, machined, laughed, jeweled, and loved. This is amazing. Oh, I love this. So glad that I got it. But this Blu-ray audio will have the 1985 stereo mix in the vinyl version and also the CD version in super audio resolution. I'm peeing myself over this. It's so good. I want it. I want it. I want it. Okay? So, that's the Propaganda album. Now, let's get back to Frankie Goes to Hollywood. You remember them in the 80s? Relax, don't do it when you want to go to it. And Welcome to the Pleasure Dome. They do their cover of War, the old Edwin Starr song. When two tribes go to war. Okay, low point on the album is their cover of Bruce Springsteen's Born to Run. And the Burt Bacharach classic, Do You Know the Way to San Jose? But rest of the album, pretty freaking fantastic. Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Now, you can get this immense boxed set from Burning Shed, even though they say that they're sold out. They don't know if they're going to get any more. Street date is October 31st, but you can get this special Blu-ray audio version from Super Deluxe Audio, SDE. Okay? It has been remixed in Dolby Atmos 5.1 and stereo, all new mixes by Steven Wilson. And unique to this edition are instrumentals of the full album in Dolby Atmos 5.1 and stereo. The Blu-ray also features the original 1984 stereo mix of Welcome to the Pleasure Dome and 6 bonus tracks, which are B-sides from this album. mixed in Dolby Atmos 5.1 in stereo. So, you've got the 2025 Steven Wilson Dolby Atmos 5.1, stereo, Dolby Atmos instrumental, 5.1 instrumental, stereo instrumental, a 1984 stereo mix, 6 bonus tracks in all Atmos 5.1 in stereo, remixed by Steven Wilson, 6 bonus tracks as instrumentals, also a special half-hour long Supernova brand new Welcome to the Pleasure Dome remix by Steven Wilson, which is unavailable anywhere else. It's not even going to be on that immersive box set. Whew, yeah. A unique 30-minute, 12-inch mix of the song Welcome to the Pleasure Dome called the Supernova Mix. It runs for exactly 30 minutes, and like the instrumentals, is only available on that Blu-ray audio. It comes with a reversible sleeve, which features the UK cassette album cover on the other side. And, of course, it's released on October 31st. It'll be shipped from the UK. Hopefully, if the current rules apply, there are no tariffs added to records and CDs and other physical media coming from other countries. The bonus tracks are Ferry Cross to Mersey, the Relax bonus version, the War Hide Yourself version, The World Is My Oyster, Happy High, and Disneyland. Some of those were only B-sides of singles. Can you tell I'm excited about this stuff? I have pre-ordered both of them. I just don't know how else I'm going to get them. Just, crazy about this. Now, I thought I was going to have some good news about this next thing, but nothing has been confirmed yet. There was a tease somewhere on a website with the date of October 2nd, 2025 that looked like this. And it had that date inset. Who knows what album this is? Started typing, boys and girls. Brothers, sisters, siblings of all sorts. Anybody know? I'll go down a little bit lower. You can probably see it by now. Can't you? What album is this? Oh, yeah. It's the Monkees. Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones Limited. My favorite Monkees album. I like it so much. I've got the stereo version and the mono version. Here's the rumor, folks. Super Deluxe boxed set being released by Rhino Records. That's the rumor. But I have not been able to get any confirmation of this. As a matter of fact, Andrew Sandoval, Monkees historian who has written the most definitive books about the Monkees ever, posted on Facebook. This is cryptic, and I quote, "Life is especially stressful on so many levels right now." I agree. I do agree. I woke up to a flurry of messages about a certain group. That's how Peter used to refer to them. And apparently a certain project that I produced was put up, possibly in error, on some sites. But why should I speak, since I know nothing? But it is no mistake that I want people to check out the books I publish about the Monkees, and I'm hoping that you might look at the picture I am sharing. And he showed a picture of all of his Monkees books. And I might have something else to share soon. Signing off now from Captain Cryptic via Vague Book. So, The rumor is that there's going to be a super deluxe edition of Pisces, Aquarius, Capricorn, and Jones Limited. If you're a big Monkees fan and you've been following the re-releases, the most recent one of which is a 2-record set of the Monkees headquarters, mastered by Kevin Gray and sounding better than ever. Before that, there's a 2-record set of more of the Monkees, also cut by Kevin Gray, and sounding better than ever. And you know what I'm going to do next. Yeah. That was also released. I think that those are kind of out of print now. But after those 3 albums came out, I was like, so I love those albums, but the 4th one's my favorite. When you going to release it? So I don't know what's going on with that, but hopefully it'll be happening soon. We'll see what happens. October 2nd, which is a Thursday. Maybe they'll make an announcement. We'll find out. All right. Are there any Sting fans in the crowd? Anybody? Sting fans? People who are still Police fans and still follow him? Well, let's see here. Give me a moment and I'm going to pull up one of Sting's albums. I think this was his most recent studio album. Ah, DJ Trish likes Sting. Okay. Well, this album right here, The Last Ship, I believe this was the most recent studio album from him. Okay? And he's looking good as ever. I mean, Sting, come on. You can't deny his talent. He's fantastic. People love him. And he's also quite a handsome gentleman, even in his advanced age. But guess what? There is a new version of this album. I believe it's called Extended or Remastered or Inclusive. And, well, for this new version of the Sting album, they decided to put out a brand new cover. And it looks like this. What the hell happened to Sting? He looks terrible. So I don't know what's going on with Sting. Maybe he was having a bad day there. But, I don't know. Oh, loved him in Dune especially. Thank you. DJ Trish, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. And Beer and Vinyl, good to see you as well. Sup? So, I don't know what the deal is with that. Okay, next story. Zingy. We're getting close to the end of the hour, so I'm going to have probably the least but still interesting story that I want to get up on this. Let me remove that from the studio there. First of all, hopefully in the next week or two, they will release the Record Store Day Black Friday list, because it's coming soon, near the end of November. And I'll have a special episode on about Record Store Day Black Friday when that does come out. But here's something that fascinates me. We're going to talk about Taylor Swift for a minute. Okay? Yeah. She's quite popular among lots of people. I like Taylor Swift. I'm not crazy about Taylor Swift's music, but I do like some of her albums. As a matter of fact, I think my favorite Taylor Swift album is Midnight's. Red, the Taylor's version, used to be my favorite, but when Midnight's came out, I picked that up. That's a mighty fine album. Good writing, good recording. I enjoyed the songs, nice production. Anyway, as everybody who isn't living under a rock knows, there's a brand new album in October being released by Taylor Swift called The Life of a Showgirl. Okay? It's being released in a myriad of versions. You can buy a special cardigan for it. You can buy different glitter vinyls for it and all this other stuff. I haven't pre-ordered it or anything because I'm not really that interested in it until after it's released. And if I do get it, I want to get a black vinyl copy or a solid vinyl or color vinyl. But I haven't heard it yet, so I'm not making any things. But one thing you cannot deny about Taylor Swift, the woman knows how to make a buck. And so I see on the interwebs, oops, wait a second. Wrong button pressed, Bill. Okay. Okay. There is going to be a special event at movie theaters, kind of like a pay-per-view thing. It is the official release party of A Showgirl, happening in theaters only on October 3rd, 4th, and 5th. It's $12 to see an hour-and-a-half production of the premiere of a new video from this album by Taylor Swift, as well as some lyric videos and some behind the scenes shots of making of the video, and quite possibly some discussions with Taylor herself. $12 it costs to see this. Just out of curiosity, I decided to take a look at the seating charts, because this was just announced a couple of days ago. Less than 2 hours after the email came out to Taylor Swift's mailing list, I was checking. There are, like, at each theater, there's like a dozen different screenings each of the 3 days. And I'm checking the availability of seats on all of these, and they're almost all sold out just less than 2 hours after this thing was announced. Crazy, ain't it? The woman knows how to make a buck. Crazy. So that is what's happening with that. And with that, I can see that the hour is coming to an end. It's almost time for me to get out of here. So stay tuned for your local news, except on the West Coast. I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by. Please hit the like button. If you are not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. I really do appreciate you stopping by and watching the show, checking out what we got. And there's going to be more music, more talk, more of something next week. So why don't we pull up the old gas-powered synthesizer and make some more noise while we're at it. Ready, set. I shall be accompanied by my good friend, the Bebot Robot. Had a great time. Hope you did too. See you next week. Love you all. Thank you again for stopping by.